Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. If you're into interior design, you'll love it here. I'm Suzanne, an interior designer and your hostess. In this video, I'm showing you my favorite items to buy at Target right now. There are holiday items, there are everyday items. They will be the most stylish and beautiful versions. I have some gift recommendations. In this video also, I have a special surprise for you at the end. It's a little gift to you from my husband. This is a newer release for the holiday season from Target, and it's instantly become one of my favorites. It's made of real marble, and this is the tall version that you're looking at. There's also a smaller version. So the tall version is a foot high, and it is $25. Real marble. I love the white color and then the sandy shades mixed in. Marble can give you that look of a texture of a little bit of a grain, but then the idea that it has a sheen on top of it does give marble that interesting combo of having your shiny item in your textures and then also the grainy. Some marble pieces don't have a sheen at all, but these certainly do, as you can see. Now the smaller one is 8 3/4 inches high, and that one is $20. If it were me, I would get both for sure. And the combo, I'm sure you can do the math, is $45. I think that's such a great price to get real marble. And the idea that these can fit into so many design styles. If over the years you change your design style from traditional to modern or whatever it may be, eclectic, then you can use these for sure because they're covering all of the bases. With the color of the marble, because it has that sandy mix in it with the white, and you know, obviously it looks sleek and modern with the shape. So this is instantly one of my favorites, and I hope that you like it too. I'd love to hear in the comments what your thoughts are. I'm sure these will go fast. This is the fluted brass tissue box cover from Hearth & Hand with Magnolia. This is only $14.99, and it will be the absolute savior of your room. Your beautiful design will not be encumbered by a cardboard tissue box that doesn't match your design. I know that this is nitpicky and silly, and I wouldn't walk into your home and say, oh my God, a tissue box, because I have them around the room. But if I could have one of these for every single one, I would buy it. So if you have the budget and you happen to like this one, I would absolutely go for it. Now, I've shopped around for these because I've been meaning to put this in a video for a long time, and I haven't found one that I thought was worthy of going in the video. They have a lot of fake marble ones out there that aren't nice looking, and they have a lot of wood ones that wouldn't be universally beautiful, but this is trendy because it's fluted. I like the idea that it's brass, which makes it classic, and it is 100% going to look better than your cardboard tissue box. So these would be beautiful in the bedroom, powder room, on side tables, in your living space, wherever that is. And I think it would just improve the overall aesthetic. And I think you probably agree with me, but it's probably a matter of budget. And for me, I would get 10 of these if I could. But it's just going to depend on my budget. Now, this is one of the more affordable ones out there. You know, I mentioned I shop them. They're usually in the $25 to $35 range if it's a nice one. So this is a bit of a bargain for all of this style. This is an item I'm surprised that I haven't talked about before now, and this is our napkin holder from Target. It's Threshold brand, and it's marble, and it really is real marble. I'm showing you luncheon size napkins. I think those are what look best in it, but also, you know, I'm always trying to save money, it's cheaper to buy the luncheon size napkins if you're getting the nice ones with the pattern on them. I guess they're from Vanity Fair, but sometimes you can get discount brand ones that look very similar. But anyway, those look best in it. But I also think it's the right size to have appetizer napkins in if you were entertaining. And that's one of the reasons why I showed it to you at this time of the year, because I feel like with that marble slab that you would be using for the cheese, this would be nice to put next to it. And of course, this would be beautiful on a kitchen countertop right near your utensil drawer for everyday use, or we have it on our dining table in our dining area and use it every night. I'm a napkin hog. I don't know if you are, but I use way too many napkins. And this is caulked together. It's probably not caulk, but whatever it is, it's in pieces. And that's why they can afford to make this only $15. So just like a lot of items that I'm sharing with you today, they're inexpensive, but they have a nice impact for the amount. And this isn't like an attention stealer, but I think it's one of the nicest napkin holders you could probably find. I'm serious. And you know, I try to make sure that everything I put in my house is the nicest one that I can find for the budget. And this was definitely one of those. So I wanted to share this as one of my most favorite things at Target right now. Design Find 4 has a lot going for it, and one of the things that it does have going for it is that it's a Pottery Barn dupe. And I have a couple of different pieces in here. So first of all, the Target marble surfboard is $20 and the Pottery Barn is $69.50. Pottery Barn is very holiday oriented, which you might prefer for this time of year. But if you'd rather spend less and be able to use it all year round, which I would imagine so, the Target version is $20. It comes in a very traditional forest green as well as the white. I like that it has options. And these are fantastic for cheese, but you could also use it for a number of things, which are adorable mini cupcakes, which I love serving, or chocolates. Let's say you get a gift at work right before the holidays of wonderful chocolates and you don't want to eat them all yourself. Maybe you do. I probably would. But if you wanted to serve them before the dessert came out while people are hanging out, they would be so beautiful placed on this serve board. The other thing I would use this for is to gather up some items on my countertop that I commonly use, just to give them a little elevation, literally, and also to gather them up. Honey would be great on here, so it's not, messing up your counter. And there also comes a serving utensil set if you wanted to add that, $22 at Target. At Pottery Barn, it's more, but they have 4 pieces versus the 3. So it depends on your needs and your budget. But if you were to get the serving set, then I would coordinate them. Some of the images from Target is showing the white serve set with the green serve board and vice versa. It looks cute in their images, but if it were me, I would get the same color. I think that would be a nice look. And some people don't need a cheese knife. If you're serving exceptional delicacies of cheese, then you would serve it with a cheese knife, but no need to do that if you're not getting something really exciting and expensive. Or those are very good for brie. Am I right? Okay, so I think this was a great design find because you're getting a chock full of options within it. But now we'll move on to 5. Last night I found a Pottery Barn dupe that is not from Target, and I thought I just wanted to drop it in right here. I would consider this one a copycat, but I think you could probably also consider it a dupe. This is a dupe for alphabet mugs at Pottery Barn, Williams-Sonoma, other retailers. One of my opinions is with mugs, you don't have to buy a discount one because they're all fairly inexpensive. And if you're going to use a mug for quite a long time, if you're spending $15 versus $5, is it worth it to spend the extra? Well, if you're getting a bunch of them, it might be, or for the holidays and just a little fun. Well, I couldn't resist this one. And now I will reveal the designer. Ladies, right under my feet. It's from Dollar General. I had to think because I couldn't remember if it was Family Dollar. Now, it came in this box with the $3 on it. So obviously you can't gift it in the box, which is a shame because it is a cute box except for the $3. This is a great gift, but if you want to pop into Dollar General and purchase one for yourself, I would highly recommend it because this is absolutely savings at $3 versus, I can't remember the price of the Pottery Barn one, but I may put it on the screen. Now I found something else at that store that I'm going to share with you, and I think you'll love it. Hold please, because it's upstairs. I've already opened them, but at Dollar General, we have a pair of kitchen towels for $2, and they have this cute gingerbread recipe on them, which I thought was a nice touch. It would look nice hanging over the edge of the stove. I never do that, by the way. I just cook too much I would be afraid to have something hanging over the stove because I'm paranoid about fires. But this one you can use all year round, doesn't matter. It's definitely going to match my house. But I thought this was a nice little duo for $2. And then of course I had to get my alphabet mug for $3. Am I getting them for gifts as for other people? Well, I did call someone in my family to ask them if they did want one, and they did not because they have too many mugs. But if you have a Dollar General in your vicinity, what a fun little pop-in to get a few things. And they had plenty more merchandise, but these are my picks. So what a great way to save money. I don't believe that I can tag these, so you will have to go to the retailer for these. Here is your Pottery Barn savings item. We have the Architectural Digest at 100 book for $65.34 at Target right now. Typically, it's $125 everywhere else. And if you've watched my videos and looked at all of the beautiful rooms that Pottery Barn has to offer, they sure do use this book in so many vignettes, on so many coffee tables, console tables, in many, many designs. And it makes sense because the coloring of it just goes so well with a lot of their designs, but also it's so neutral that it could fit into anyone's style. And it's very sought after. It's a bit of a status symbol. And if you haven't had the budget to get it, but you've been lustering after it for a while, what a great price to steal it right now at Target. And then the other thought is, if you know someone who's really into design and you know they don't own this yet, there's a possibility that they want it. And if you were thinking, well, I don't want my home to look like everyone else's, there are so many beautiful coffee table books out there that you can pass this one by. But I have a feeling a lot of people were noticing this at Pottery Barn and perhaps wanted it, but not for that higher price. So here you go. I wanted to share this vase from Target with you. This is $20. There is a smaller version, which I am going to insert on video here. And with that, it's $15. If you were to get them, I would definitely get the pair. And I just love the idea of putting these fairy lights in them as a little extra holiday dazzle. Now, you could put flowers in this and have that at the bottom. I'm not going to. I'm going to do just a spare organic sort of look with this and have nothing else going on. And it's going next to my modern fireplace and they'll be together. So I just wanted to share that, and I will talk about these lights as well. I wanted to talk about the twinkling lights that I had in the background in the vase. And these are from Target Wonder Shop. Anything that is Wonder Shop brand at Target is typically their less expensive decorations. And these definitely are. So these are $5 and you get 9 feet for $5. But as you can see, I really bunched it up in that vase. And I particularly tried to make it lift up, which I think you saw I was successful at doing. But this was just sitting behind the vase, and it takes a AA battery, very simple, and then it just has the on-off situation wherever that went. Here it is. So yeah, you could just turn them off easily. There's nothing with a remote control or anything, but that makes sense because we've got an inexpensive situation going here. But I selected the copper. There is a silver version. And then I also selected the warm lights. You can get these where they don't twinkle, but I thought a little twinkling was something that I didn't mind having in my life. I found a set of beautiful serveware for a really good price. It's the Threshold brand, and this is the 3-piece Sussex serve set. It has all of the pieces that you might need. If it were me and I needed new serveware, I think that I would probably get 2 or 3 of these because you want to have enough that match to go with all of your mains and sides. The fork is perfect to do your turkey or ham for the holidays, and then the others for the vegetables and your decadent sides that I bet you have just like us. A lot of times we have our really pretty serve where the plates, the bowls, and then we have our dinnerware, and then all of a sudden we're scrambling for the serving pieces right before the meal. Does that happen to your family? Because it always happened to mine. We had all of this gorgeous Lenox that my mom collected. She worked there, so we got a discount. But all of that, and then we're looking for, we sometimes would use plastic serving spoons that you're supposed to use just in the kitchen, you know, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about that. But for $20 to add some really pretty pieces to go with your pretty dinnerware, well, wouldn't that just be the thing? So I thought I would share these because we're holiday prepping here, and what better way than to make sure we have all of the things we need at that moment when we're serving a holiday meal. We put so much effort in. Well, this will make it look, it's the cherry on top. This is a fun one for the holidays because it's only seasonal. You can only get it right now. And that is the hot buttery rum flavored coffee from Target's brand Good and Gather. And I'm just sharing this because I love it. I make it every morning with decaf. So even the flavor watered down is amazing. And it makes the house smell so good. This is $6.99, and I was thinking as a really cute gift, you could get our alphabet mug that we always talk about from Target. This is only $5, so you could do this, the $6.99 with the $5 mug and have a really cute combo gift there for someone. These are beautiful napkins that I found at Target. It is not from one of their brands. They have a lot going for them, which is they're embroidered truly. And I love the white and the gold, meaning you could use these all year round. You could use them for multiple occasions, and they would look lovely, particularly with gold flatware, but it doesn't have to be. There is a napkin folding technique that I used at my wedding, and I wanted to show you that technique, but I thought these in particular would be some of the most beautiful napkins to do that technique with, but you could use any type. Thank you to my friend Wendy for lending me her linen napkins, which were out already for the fall. Now, ideally, the one that we're doing right now would be a forest green one, or really any color green that looks like a leaf. And you do it to that point, you see. And then you do the opposite corner, This is very simple, so I shouldn't make a big deal out of it, but hopefully you'll appreciate. All right, now we have this here, and what we want is something a bit flat. Now, this is a Lenox old-fashioned glass, pretending once again that the napkin we're about to put in is green. Now you put it in to the middle, and then you're going to fold this edge this direction and fold this edge this direction. Kind of cram it down a bit so that it looks like leaves. It's up to you how big you want your leaf to be. At my wedding, they were pretty big, and they were out of a wine glass. I brought a wine glass to show you that too. All right, I'm setting this aside for a moment now. What we're doing is we're trying to make sure that we have a lot of edges. So we're just going to go completely to the other end rather than halfway. Why? Because in a rose, you do have the petals sticking out, and this will give us some texture for that. Then we're going to go from this side, and we'll just roll it completely to the other side. It's as tight as your glass is, really. I'm making it tighter than it needs to be, so let me loosen up a tad. Now what you're going to do at this juncture is decide, does this side look better or this one? And it's this one. Now you'll pull up the middle, and then the next, but not, the middle can't be that much higher than the others that are elevated. I don't know if I'm holding this at the right angle. All right, and then this one can wrap around. Now it's not that circular, so I'm going to make it so. I might try to get this one up a tad higher. Now, what do you think? If this were red, or if it were a cream rose with those gold tips with the ruffling, imagine how much more it would look like a rose. Okay, so we've got this. And all you do, so let's pretend you're the guest. This side, rather than the seam, is going to face the guest. Unless you're taking pictures, you can turn it around. All right, so you just set that in there. You don't want to get it too low. And then it does look like a fleur-de-lis in a way, which I know is a lily. Now that is your rose. It's probably difficult to understand what it would really look like without the coloring, but how about that? How cute. Now I'm going to put it in a wine glass to show you. You could also do this in a mug. I'm just going to set the rose aside. I'll do this part over again. It's not that complicated, but okay. Just put it in the middle, and then you'll lay the sides gently. We don't want to break this crystal here. And now notice this didn't happen the last time, but it's good that it's happening now. This side is the one you want down. If that ends up happening, you're just twisting it in there because the rose holds it down. Okay, I'm going to twist this side too, and now we have our base, don't we? I think I like it facing you like that. The seam is toward me. I am not the guest, you are, and we'll place it in there. This was going to be a tighter squeeze. Okay, kind of make sure it's round. Wouldn't children have fun doing this? I mean, my gosh. And you see where if this was green on the bottom, it would kind of look like leaves and a stem in a way. And these are 4 napkins for $31.48, and the price is a little more than you might expect from Target. I'm not sure if you do, but it's because they're embroidered. These are such a beautiful detail on those with the little dots that are embroidered so precisely. But also the idea that it's a scallop is making it extra special. Those are very in style right now, but it also just looks nice if you just fold it the traditional way. But I think you're really going to love it with my technique. I searched for other napkins that would do very well with this folding technique, and I found this set of 4 napkins for $59.95 at Williams Sonoma. But at the same time, I found a dupe for them, and that is the Target Trim Tree Cloth Napkin, and it is $3 each. So I thought that was a great alternative. You may even like the Target one better, depending on your color palette. But if you did like either of those, you're going to love my next item. How adorable is the bow detail and trim all the way around on this red ribbon tablecloth? This is from Threshold, and it's only $20. I was in shock at the price of something that it looks like it would have taken a lot of work for the machine probably to put that together, but still, what precise handiwork. Now, I love that. It doesn't go with my personal motif, but I honestly wish it did, because I feel like you could use this for Valentine's Day too, and it would really do nicely on a kid's table also if you haven't planned that yet. If you prefer to just dabble in the ribbon detail, then we have this placemat, which is $5 per placemat. And it also has the ruffling look. However, it's not scalloped, but it has that look. So it's got a lot going for it. And if you don't even use tablecloths normally, this might be a nice alternative for you. And I am considering these, in fact. Also, wouldn't this be so cute to use for Santa's cookies and milk? Can you imagine that there is also a table runner that goes with the other ribbon detail items, and it's $15? I love the idea that it has the 2 bows at the end. It's so adorable. Now, if you don't normally use tablecloths and you wouldn't typically use the placemat, then yes, this would be a nice alternative for you, but it also would look so wonderful on that ribbon tablecloth. But I have something that you also might think would next. If you'll recall, we did show this Pottery Barn table runner with the tree detail, and Target happens to have, I wouldn't say a dupe, but something that looks very similar. But Target's has even more going for it. It has a scallop design, the tree detail, which is very well done, and then it reverses to a peppermint look on the opposite side, which obviously also has the nice scallop look. So if you change your mood, you could always flip your table runner and have a completely different look. And I think that's really fun. While I'm recording this, I am enjoying my hot buttery rum Target coffee in my monogram, or sometimes I call it alphabet mug, and it is just delicious. Now, I wanted to include this tablecloth because the deep forest green is just so beautiful, so sophisticated. And this one is also only $20. There is another size in this and the other tablecloth that is shorter, so it just depends on your table size. And I wanted to show you another item that would look so beautiful with this. But before we get there, this tablecloth to me would look wonderful with dinnerware that is white or cream, even if it has a little bit of other Christmas coloring on it. This would set off that sort of dinnerware so well. Let's feast our eyes on this faux leather charger, another piece with that deep forest green. And to me, I would put this right on top of the forest green tablecloth. I know that they blend together nicely, but I think that's what would be so wonderful about it. You know what? put your marble server that's forest green right on the table too, and the little cheese knife. I think they would all look so nice together. So what a beautiful and sophisticated look to have all of those pieces in green. I just love that idea. This is on my dog, Lady Barkington's Christmas list, and it's the donut bolstered dog bed from Boots and Barkley. They have different sizes. The medium is currently sold out. It may come back in stock. Now, I typically get her a large bed. You may look at her on camera and think she looks very petite, but she is a medium-sized dog, according to the vet. And I want to get this for her for the holiday season. I think it would blend so well with my decor, and I feel like it would blend into so many different ones, whether you're modern, traditional, modern farmhouse, coastal, any of that, because the color is just ideal for so many of those, and you can't deny your dog a super soft, fuzzy, furry bed like this. So I love this and did put it on her Christmas list. I really would like to get this for her ASAP. As you can see, we're on number 19, and a bird has decided to do a mating call right outside my window. I think I might insert a short video of it right here. But if you do hear that in the background, please don't mind it. Nature. This, I mentioned the last time that I showed it to you, what went right to the top of my personal Christmas list, and it's still there. So this is, there's a reason I'm showing this to you, which is number 20, but bear with me for a moment. This was designed in conjunction with Hearth and Hand with Magnolia, and she did come up with a beautiful combination with the linen body to the mixer and that beautiful copper mixing bowl. And it's copper stainless steel, and it is fabulous. It would look great with a lot of different colors on the base, I'm sure you would admit. Well, I have that available separately at Target now, and I'm going to show you that next. But to get the entire enchilada, if you needed a new mixer, that would just be the supreme gift, wouldn't it? But let's take a look at the mixing bowl. For only $69.99, you can get the gorgeous look of the other mixer for less. Now, I know the original picture that I showed you, it almost looked like it didn't have the sheen that the Hearth and Hand one does, but it does. It's just the weird picture that they chose to use in their materials. But I think this is a great idea. This would go with so many colors, and I think I've already shown it with a dark gray and a black in my images, but it would go with other colors really nicely too. So what a great item. And I mean, if I needed to spruce up the look of my KitchenAid, I would put this on my wish list. But I don't have a KitchenAid, I have a different type of mixer. So the whole thing's on mine. So we have a little surprise for you in this video. One of the things about decorating for the holidays or just decorating your home is enticing the senses. And one of the things that people forget to do to really make that design sing, I didn't mean to say it like that, but is to have a great soundtrack for your get together or just while you're hanging out at your own home for the holidays, maybe decorating the tree, hanging out in the kitchen, just enjoying the tree and the decor. We've made some holiday playlists for you. Now, you don't know my husband or nor have met him, and he really doesn't want to be on camera, which I'm sure you understand, fine. But he is an expert in music and he is in the music industry. So if anyone was to pick a playlist for you, he'd be a very well qualified person to do it. So I've asked him to do that as a favor for me for these videos to give to you as a gift. And it's going to be through Spotify. So in the description box, you'll be able to click a link and you'll be able to see the different playlists that he came up with for you for the holidays. And one is going to be like a fun, very cool vibe hangout with lo-fi holiday music. I listened to that one with him last night. There is going to be a more elegant sort of feel, something for maybe cocktails and a dinner party. We also have a jazzy thing for you, which to me, that's a really fun type of music to kind of bounce around the house to while I'm doing things during the holidays. And or just have cocktails with a few friends. So you'll be able to have access to that by clicking on them in the description box. If you don't already have a Spotify account, you'll sign up for one. It's free to do that. I don't have as much experience with this as he does. He's like our DJ when we're in the car or around the house for music. He's choosing the music and playing it, so I'm not even touching it. But I've asked him to do that because he's so good at it, and he did that for all of us. So I hope that you'll enjoy it. Please give me some feedback to tell me what you thought of what he put there and if you're enjoying it, okay? Anyway, so I want to thank you for watching Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. I hope you will have the happiest holidays ever. And I will see you again next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.